Hey up YouTubers, Simon B here, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping safe out there. Well, it's actually snowing outside today, Saturday the 2nd of December. In the meantime I thought we could do a video for you boys and girls out there. One of the good videos that's been doing well lately is how to start green laning. A lot of you guys out there are thinking of or wanting to start green laning. So I thought this week, while it's snowing, we'll get in the garage and I'll have a look at some of the gear I've been using for this year. It rhymes that, doesn't it? Which I think is really worth the money, and I think it's worth possibly buying yourself. I don't know, there's loads of other stuff out there. So I've been using it all year round, and I thought to myself, well, I'll share it with you lot. So if you fancy a bit of that, as they say, stick around and stay tuned.
Like and subscribe.
We released a video a few months ago regarding how to get into green laning. It's done quite well because a lot of people out there sort of want to get into green laning, but I think it's some sort of black art and stuff anyway. So if you haven't seen that video, go and have a look. It'll be up there somewhere. I'll put a link to it. It has been quite popular. So I thought that while it's snowing outside, we can't do much. I thought, well, let me show you some of the gear that I've been using all this year. Some that I've spent all my hard-earned cash on, and stuff that I really think that's possibly maybe worth you boys and girls possibly purchasing the same thing, because, well, I'm not saying it's the best, I just think what I've bought has been good. I'll start off probably with the most expensive. I don't think I've done anything regarding this. So this is the Klim Dakar. It's an off-road adventure suit. It's not waterproof, it's a bit splash proof, but it's not waterproof. It's not cheap, but it does everything you need it to do. It's the most comfiest thing I've ever got. I wear it most of the time. This year it's never really been warm enough to wear body armour and just a jumper over the top, you know, like a enduro jumper, motocross tops, things like that, because you're riding lane to lane. It's never really been warm enough, and it's just one of those things that I've never really worn. But this has done me all year round. This isn't a review about it, this is just me telling you what I've been wearing and what I think is quite good. So I'm not doing a review about it. It's dead comfortable. It's probably 6'8", 1200 denier nylon in the places where it's supposed to be. I've upgraded some of the armour in this. I've put some ghost armour, level 1 ghost armour in the elbows and the shoulders, so you can hardly tell it's there. The back protector is just a normal one, so it's quite thick. I don't think they do ghost armour for back protectors. I may be wrong, but if you know, comment down below. It's got vents to open, it's got pockets all over the place. Like I say, I've had this for, it's over a season. And like I say, it's not the cheapest thing, but I can wash this now and it looked brand new, and it's had some hammer. It's, you know, there's little bits. I've had a couple of tumbles with it, which is, you know me. Everything is still there, even the reflective strips are still on it. The arms do come off, so you can put it into a body warm if it does get warm, but then you lose the protection in your elbows. The shoulders can still stop there, but then you'd have wear something else underneath it. So for a versatile sort of suit, this Klim Dakar is very good. But like I say, I think the pants are just under 300 quid, and the top's probably about 300 quid. So it's a £600 suit, and you'd expect it to be waterproof and stuff like that. I know, but it is Klim. I've probably said Klim before. It is Klim, but I'm telling you, it is one of the best things I've ever bought. I probably should have washed some of this gear before I showed it to you a lot. I currently have in the boot pants. They have some advantages and disadvantages of it. If you go through water, it can splash and go down the inside of it. I am probably going to look at buying a pair of over the boot, but I don't know at the moment what I'm going to do. I could do a bit of some waterproof pants, but I've been trying some stuff. I've had some Thor turn up. I've tried some of the CB's enduro stuff, and the money they want for them, they're just not there. I might as well buy a pair of, people are going to comment down below, I'll just buy a pair of ex-army Gore-Tex leggings, 29 quid. Well, to be honest with you, compared to that sort of stuff that I've been looking at, I might as well. This has had some hammer, and it's still in really good condition, apart from the only problem is it's not waterproof. But then in the spring, summer, autumn, you don't really want it waterproof, do you? Because it'll get too hot and stuff like that, and it's a compromise. So anyway, so yeah, the climb, don't know why they call it climb, because there's no E there, is there? The Climb Dakar top and bottom, come in various different colours. I wish I had a discount code somewhere, because I'd be using it myself, because it is good stuff, but it's bloody expensive. A pair of gloves that I've been wearing probably all year round this year, because it's not really been well, not all year round. I have a pair of thinner gloves, but these are the Adventure Spec wind gloves. Now these I've worn most of the time that have been out this year. These are a season old. I think I did a bit of a short when I first got them, and they've been washed 4 to 5, 6 times, and look, the palms are still in bloody good condition. Look, you know what I mean? The outsides are still good. They've been washed 5 or 6 times, if not more. The other thing while we're talking about washing, if you're washing your gear, this stuff, if you've got your climb stuff, wash it in non-bio. The reason you wash it in non-bio is because it doesn't have any enzymes in it, and the enzymes in it get rid of dirt. Yes, they do, but they also eat away at certain type of materials. That's why if you've got a merino wool thermals, don't wash them in normal washing powder, because the enzymes in it will start eating it, because it's a natural fibre, and you'll end up with holes in it. That's a big tip of the day. So yeah, they're the Adventure Spec wind gloves, and they're windproof, so they keep the wind off, keep your hands a little bit warm, and you can still get the feeling from them. So a lot of people wear the Brisker, the 100% Brisker gloves. I have a pair of them. I find them a little bit thick, and I don't really like them that good. Not as good as them. Really comfortable. They're a good glove. Another thing that I bought when I first started, I bought this. This must be nearly 3 years old now. I bought this for when I started trialling. What I was finding is that I needed a drink while I was trialling. So I thought, well, what can I get? I get a cheap bladder and get a thing. But this is a Krieger Trail, Trail 8. But this is an 8 litre. It takes a 3 litre water bladder. And when you're out on the green lanes, there's the hydration pack. When you're out on the green lanes and you're working hard, you do need a bit to drink. It fits on your back, and it's comfortable. Once you've got it on, you don't know it's there. This thing over the top and clicks in, and it just sits, and you just don't know it's there. You've got, like I say, you've got your water there. And the thing about this Krieger is that when you buy, if you buy this water bladder with it, you get these Velcro fittings that go onto the straps of there, which clip on. So that's always there. How many of you lot have got a cheap one, which this thing flies out and you can never find it? That is always there. There's another one there as well. So the whole tube stops in place. Once you've set the straps up, it has indications on them. See the dots. That's 1, 2 and 3. Once you've set that up, it stops there. You've got adjustable straps on the side, which you can adjust when you put it on and tighten it back up if it needs be. The bag on the inside has an internal bag, which you can buy spares of. And the thing about it is, you make it white. People think, well, why do you want to make it white? Well, because when you look inside it, you can see what's at the bottom, because it's white, it's not black. Brilliant. Yeah, the Krieger Trail 8. So yeah, it does everything. Could do with another wash. The good thing about it is when it is dry outside, it's not snowing or it's thing, hose it down, brush it off, let it dry, and it dries, looks brand new. And that's 3 years old now. That's another good buy. So people say, well, it's expensive. Yeah, I know, but 3 years old, it's still exactly the same condition that what it was when I bought it. And so divide that by 3 is the price of a cheap one, which will only last you 12 months, and you have to buy one every year. This you don't. So not a bad bit of kit. Another thing I bought this year was a new pair of boots. These are the old pair of boots that I started trailing in, but I got to a position that I thought that they probably weren't giving me enough protection, and they weren't helping with my riding. And one of the reasons is because of that. great boot. The former, completely waterproof. Never had it leak. I don't know if I've introduced you to these. So I could have washed all this, couldn't I? This is the Liat 4.5. I looked at the Alpine Stars Tech 7s. They were like the Alpine Star Tech 7s. They were like, no, they were too much. Siddies were too much. You know, Billy Bolt wears them. I'm only riding around green lanes. 5.5 Johnny Walker wears. So I thought I'd go for the one below, which is the 4.5. And they've been a bit of a game changer in my riding because of that doesn't move. They are quite stiff, but not too stiff. They still have give in them, which allows you to brake. So they are a bit of a stiff boot, but they're full of protection. Once you get these on, you get them all buckled up. The protection you're going to get if you fall off your bike and your bike falls on top of you, it's probably not going to break your leg compared to the formers. The only problem is they're not really waterproof, but you know, in certain circumstances, it's not really a problem, especially in the summer. The like I say, how was it changing me riding? Well, because of the stiffness in it and the way that you should be riding these things is that you should be riding, sticking these on your foot peg, gripping onto the inside of your bike with this stuff because it's all sticky and it's all grippy, and you only bend it at your knees. The only reason you need that bit of flex in it is to either change gear or probably to use your back brake. So you become less fatigued because you're moving less. Your whole body from your foot's not moving. It's only from your knee upwards, and it does change the way you ride because you're using less energy when you've got something like this on. I couldn't believe when I went from the formers, the first ride up sort of Parker Moor were in these, and it was as they say, game changing. Or something like that. So yeah, they're the Liat 4.5. A lot of people out there probably have feet like Bilbo Baggins, like I have, wide feet. It's just one of those things, isn't it? The toe box of the 4.5s are quite wide. So these I take usually about a 9. Well, they say I'm 8.5, but I usually take about a 9. I think these are 9.5, and these fit beautifully straight out of the box, and they've been comfy ever since. The only problem is trying to get them dry once you've got water in them, because like I said, they're not waterproof. Yeah, they've been a really good boot, and I would probably recommend them because they're not the top end stuff, but they're not lower end stuff. They're sort of like somewhere in the middle. They're not a bad price and comfortable straight out of the box. So yeah, the Liat 4.5s. Last but not least, but one of the things that I'm probably glad I did buy is a pair of sealskin socks. Now the sealskin socks, I only wear them when it starts raining. There's a few puddles about and stuff like that because the Liats aren't waterproof. With the sealskins, I'm not going to get cold feet. Well, you still sort of get cold feet in a way. With these, I can wear a thin pair of like a pair of dress socks underneath them to keep a bit of insulation, and they're going to keep your feet dry. A little bit weird when you wear them because you do think your feet are wet, but you take them off and they're not. They're completely dry. So yeah, a pair of sealskin socks wouldn't go amiss, especially sort of autumn, springtime, round winter, depending on, you know, what the weather's like, stuff like that. But I would recommend a pair of them if you haven't got a pair of waterproof boots. Do exactly what they say on the tin. Keep your feet dry. Just a quickie on helmet. Riding off-road, I haven't bought anything expensive. For the road, I wear Shoei. I like my Shoei Neotech 2. For the lanes, LS2. Now this LS2 Pioneer here is exactly, I fall off now. It's basically this bike is basically this helmet, but it's got a visor on it. It's exactly the same, but this helmet is comfy. I can wear this all day, no problem at all. But this one, towards the end of the day, gets a bit sore around my ears. But it's supposed to be the same helmet, but this is comfier than that one. Weird, isn't it? I got the LS2 Pioneer because while it's raining in the rainy season, I wanted a bit of a visor instead of goggles so I don't get wet inside, so especially on the ride home and things like that. Plus it's also got the sun visor inside. But like I say, it's not as comfortable as the other one, and it's basically the same helmet. A lot of people wear them, the LS2, nothing wrong with them. Actually nearly forgot then, one of the best things, or possibly the best and the cheapest thing I've ever bought for this 350 EXC-F are these. Now these are a pair of hand muffs, and these are blacks from Ghost Bikes over down in Preston. They're only a bit of plastic vinyl that's stitched together and stuff like that. What they do is to keep the wind off your hands. So when you've got your Adventure Spec windproof gloves on and you've got these on, you don't need heated grips, because a lot of people are putting heated grips on these 350s. They're all soft. You only really need it to the lane and back from the lane, because while you're riding you get warm anyway. But I think these are what, 12 quid for the pair. You can get ones with fleece and all the different things inside it, but when you're off-road you don't really need it. I remember when I got these last year, and they all took the Michael out of me, and I turned up in age. What level you got on? I said, well, I haven't got cold hands, have I? So they're worth probably the weight in gold that you can buy, and like I said, they're 12 quid, something like that. They've been a bit of godsend. So yeah, a pair of bar muffs on your 350. They don't look great, they don't look cool in them, but hey, you don't have cold hands though, do you? There you go, YouTubers. A bit of a selection of things that I've been wearing, a bit of a selection of things that I've been using this year whilst I've been out green laning. Some are a little bit expensive, some are relatively inexpensive for what they do. Thanks for, if you have been watching it to the end, thanks very much. If you thought that was okay, give us a big thumbs up down there. If you're new to us and you quite like this content that and you quite like the content that you've just seen, please consider subscribing down below. Ring that bell. Every time I upload a video you will get a notification, which is usually 7:30 on a Saturday morning, which I have done for the last nearly 4 years. Check out our sponsors, epicmotorcycletours.co.uk, do green lane tours around the lakes, over to the Isle of Man. I don't know if you've seen any of them. If you look at the back catalogue of our off-road stuff, there's we've been out to the Isle of Man. Have a look at that. So if you are still riding out there, don't forget, ride safe, be safe, keep safe, and as they say, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Like and subscribe.